My name is Lemessa Mekonta. I am IRC Ethiopia country director based in Addis Ababa. My role in Agenda for Change country collaboration is a national coordinator, and recently also I was nominated as a member of General Assembly on behalf of the country members. Thank you. WASH collaboration in Ethiopia takes back to almost 2 decades because WASH has been implemented by different institutions, starting from national level to district level. There are 4 key WASH sectors like the Ministry of Water, Irrigation and Energy, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, and the Ministry of Finance and Economic Cooperation. So all those ministries signed a Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, that was in 2006, and it has been renewed multiple times. So the same MOU has cascaded to sub-national level, in which in this case it is a regional level. So this is the starting point for WASH sectors collaboration. So as part of that, they have established the National WASH Coordination Office, and the same regional coordination office established in every regions. And at the moment we have 11 regions, and that also has been cascaded to district levels, where it is coordinated by a district WASH team. So apart from that, there are different platforms that are used both as a learning and a coordination of WASH activities in the country. And the main one is the Water Sector Working Group, which involves both water resources and WASH. Again, under WASH, we have urban, rural, emergency, and different thematic areas. Again, feeding into this water sector working group, there are different thematic specific platforms like operation and maintenance for rural water supply, monitoring, and so on. So all these platforms, even if the government is leading, involve different development partners like NGOs, donors, and UN agencies, and in some cases also they involve private service providers, mainly like contractors and consultants. So WASH collaboration has been there almost for almost 2 decades. The main thing where they are focusing is on how to plan jointly, on how to implement jointly, and also how to monitor WASH implementation in the country. So they are mainly government-led WASH collaboration. Of course, there are other development partners-led collaboration that has been gradually transitioned into governments. Those collaboration in terms of organizing different networks and facilitating different networks are led by government, are more of the conventional approach. In terms of innovations, new ideas, new approach, like the systems approach, still development partners are the leading who bring this idea to forefront, and who are facilitating to introduce these ideas, and also who are facilitating such platforms. What we call the National WASH System Strengthening Initiative as part of Agenda for Change is a good example for this. And we began this in 2018, involving different development partners like UN agencies, international NGOs, and the donors. And some of them are also the global members for Agenda for Change, and some of them are members of the global agenda for change. So since then, we have been conducting regular meetings on quarterly basis mainly, and we have been focusing more on learning than on coordinating initiatives on the agenda for change. You know, the more you come together, the more you discuss, the more you create environment for discussion, you know, the better understanding almost key actors of WASH have. Every time you do new things, every time you pilot and test a new approach, if there is no ways of sharing those findings, those learnings in some platform, really it is like a kind of knowledge in a shadow. So in our case, especially since 2018, different actors have been piloting systems approach in different districts, and most of us have been bringing our learnings, our experiences from the district level to national level, and share that learning to the key actors. The success from this one, there are some actors who have picked those learnings and who are currently piloting and also implementing those good practices. Monitoring is a good example, and district WASH master planning or long-term strategic planning is another example that have been picked by key national actors. Well, the starting point is like building a trust through like transparency and a clear understanding on the objectives, why we are coming together, why are we collaborating. And actors really need to appreciate the value of collaboration. It could be through complementarity, it could be through learning. In whatever the way, every actor really needs to appreciate the value of collaboration and needs to be incentivized. Usually the challenge is like about lack of clear understanding, especially when it comes to government partners. It is like more of lack of clarity on mandate, on roles and responsibilities. So if there is no clarity why institutions are collaborating, then gradually it creates friction. So just we have to avoid unclarity, and we have to build trust. And also, we have to ensure that actors appreciate why we are collaborating. Well, one is through the follow-up. For example, every time partners are coming together and sharing ideas, and setting some action points. If those action points are not translated into actions or not implemented, then it creates a kind of frustration. So one is just we have to ensure those action points are implemented or translated into actions. And the second one is we need to ensure the capacity is there. The capacity of like facilitating, the capacity of or another way having or like bringing peoples or actors together. So if we on one hand show the value of collaboration to actors and capacitating them, and also institutionalize, sometimes, you know, collaboration might rely on individuals' interest. Unless we institutionalize, unless those key institutions appreciate the value of those collaborations, then it is likely to be a short-lived. So we have to ensure that value is well appreciated, the collaboration is institutionalized, and those institutions are capacitated.